Okay, guys, so we're live on YouTube, are we? Is it showing that we're live? Okay, good. So, all good. Let me share my screen and we can get started. Okay. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I always have my first white YouTube live because once I forgot, so I never forget, I remind myself. So, everyone, thanks for joining us. It's June 24th, 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central European Time. We're gonna be hosting our last hack series before we go on webinar vacation or real vacation. And here I have today 18 Amazon hackers, operators. All those guys either run an agency, they work for a SaaS company. In other words, those guys have been building brands, working with brands. So they're not just talking theory, no, they've been doing that and they're gonna show you their best hacks. And one of them is gonna be the winner of the hack series. So how is we're gonna do it today? Like usually, each of them is gonna have like 5 minutes to share a hack, like a short introduction before that, and we start the timer. So if you like one of those hacks, you're gonna write down the number and you can vote for them at the end. Once all the people share their hacks, you'll be able to vote for them. But before we go there now, I'm gonna mention our sponsors today because without sponsors, we're not gonna be doing those hack series. So the main sponsor this week is eCom Hot Sauce, which is one of my companies, which is a newsletter media company. We're giving away the prize for the winner, but I'm gonna mention that later on. Then our other sponsors are HelloTax, Dubey Ads, A Navigator, Listora AI, Seller Drive, Pixie, BProfit, Solid Commerce, and Aspert. And now I'm gonna tell more about myself. I'm Nick Penev. I've been hosting those webinars for the last 5 or 6 years. I started them by accident, but I guess people like them and I like hosting them. And I have a lot of cool partners which can share a lot of cool stuff. So that's why we do them very simple, very short, very casual, but that's what you guys need. Whatever works, we strongly recommend to implement those. I'm the co-founder of Extreme Power Brands, Ecom Hot Sauce, and the 10, 15 by 5 hack series were named that because the hack series became bigger. What we do, we have a partnership advisor and agency. We help companies to grow for partnerships. In other words, we teach companies how to grow without paying any money for marketing. We organize those webinars. We have a newsletter media company, a LinkedIn agency, and Acceleration Business Europe. But the simple thing that I do is I connect with people and we do a lot of cool stuff with them. I've been fully remote since 2010, Hong Kong before it was cool. We do the webinar today and leave for the beach tomorrow for the summer. So thanks for joining again. And now I'm gonna mention our sponsor and what they're giving you guys away. I strongly recommend to take advantage of those because they're gonna be helping out to either grow your business or optimize or diversify. So our first sponsor is HelloTax. They make expansion to Europe easy. A lot of guys, many of you probably have no clue, but only 2% of US brands are selling on Amazon Europe in Europe. So 98% of your competitors are not here. So many of you think that this is not a big market. That's a big mistake. 900 billion US dollars is the market in Europe, which is a lot of money. You're not tapping into that. So in order to understand now if there is demand for you, we do the following: the free EU blueprint. For Amazon sellers, just send us your Amazon store, your product here, or website to mp@hellotax.com, and we're gonna provide you a report. If there is demand for you, we're gonna show you where is the demand, who your competitors know how much money you can make, and if you decide to go for it, we're gonna help out with the VAT compliance, with the logistics and everything that you worry about. And we're gonna give you up to 3,000 US dollars in discounts if you decide to take advantage of that. So you guys have been going on vacation in Europe. It's time to learn how to make money here. So seriously, no, check it out. Get in touch. And next we go to our next sponsor, A Navigator. When the standard Amazon playbook stops working, that's where they start. They're providing an AMC workshop for brand owners and Amazon marketing teams. Amazon just made its powerful AMC datasets free until December 2026. So in this workshop, they will show exactly what reports to run, which campaigns are hiding value, and how to act on data. So I strongly recommend that you guys scan this QR code and sign up for the workshop. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to scan that. We're gonna share that at the end as well. Okay, now we go to our next sponsor, Seller Drive Global, growth engine for modern e-commerce brands. So what they're doing, they're an AI-ready e-commerce growth system powered by real human experience behind strategy, execution, and decision making. They help brands scale across Amazon, Walmart, TikTok Shop, and Shopify whether you sell on one platform or want to expand across many. So what they're giving away? They're giving away 10% off for you guys. Scan the QR code and you can book a free growth audit and get 10% discount on your full service growth plan. So I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to scan the QR code and take advantage of that. Okay, now we go to our next sponsor, Listora AI, AI-powered marketplace operator. So what they're doing, one dashboard, every marketplace, AI-powered marketplace operations for Amazon, Walmart, and eBay, listings, buy box repricing from hours to minutes. So check it out, guys, because going global and going omnichannel is the trend in 2026. So you can go ahead and scan the QR code and check it out for free, listora.ai. Okay, so here's our next partner, AdSpurt. Say goodbye to high ACOs and menu optimization. Scale your ads smarter with AI. AI-powered PPC software, optimal bits and keywords 24/7, full control and transparency, ready to go in 10 minutes. So you can grab a 30-day free trial plus 20% off. Go ahead and guys and scan the QR code if you want to take advantage of that. Okay, now we go to our next sponsor, Pixie AI, AI designer for Amazon listings. So what they're doing, they're giving away a free deep strategy report for June 30th. So it will be available for the next 7 days. So you can go ahead and scan the QR code and check it out. Okay, now we go to our next sponsor, Be Profit. You're selling on Amazon, but you don't know what you're actually keeping. True profit after fees, ad spend and tacos, ASIN level unit economics. So if you don't know your numbers, you're working for Jeff. And you see Jeff is rich, so he doesn't need more of your money. Make sure that you know your numbers. So go ahead and scan that and you can get a 14 days free trial, no credit card required. Okay, now we go to Solid Commerce Auto Reply. Instant buyer answers with real-time data, carrier data, listing data, order data, policy data. You can try it for free. Activation code NICHACK. And one partner of mine told me recently, before it was Hook, the best thing in marketing was location, location, location. Right now is data, data, data. So they're the data geeks. So go ahead and scan the QR code and try it for free. Don't trust what I'm telling you, check it out. Okay, now we go to our last page. My company Kovalov also for the media sponsor. So one of the guys here, they're gonna share a hack. You guys are gonna vote for it. Whoever is the best hack, they're gonna win a free sponsorship in my newsletter media company, which is worth 2,000 US dollars. So let's go to our speakers and see who is gonna win. Let's start. Okay, so now we go to our first speaker, which is Oleksandr Kovalov. The campaign you're about to. Okay, no, actually, that's not the real hack, right? Right, Alexander, we changed that. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, share your hack title, and once you're ready, we can go ahead and start the timer.
Hello, everyone. I'm Oleksandr. I'm the CEO and founder of Navigator. We are Amazon Ads agency. We really love Amazon Ads for 10 years already, and we really love complex cases. And well, it's not the hack, but the hack itself about the Amazon Marketing Cloud. And this is why we decided to make this Amazon Marketing Cloud workshop for brand owners, because there are so many ways how to show data, how to analyze data, and how to make better decisions with this new tool from Amazon.
Okay,
So I'm
Alexander.
ready.
Okay,
You
ready,
want
man.
to?
Okay, let's go,
Okay.
man. Let's go.
Well,
Let's
let's
start.
go. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So how many times I wanted to ask the people that optimize in advertising, how many times you start at a campaign and it is like 50-60% acres and you don't know what to do with it. It looks like you should pause it or maybe decrease the bid. But right now we have the data from Amazon that can show you that this campaign worth keep running because it can be the like entry gateway to other campaigns and to other impressions and to purchase to the portion of buyers. And actually, I wanted to let you know that Amazon opened the data sources. They have them paid for like 2 years already. Amazon Insights, retail, Amazon retail purchases, and others. Amazon Insights is the most important for us, and it's important for my hack for my today's hack. And they want us to use Amazon Marketing Cloud more. This is why they propose to use all these data sets for free. Amazon Insights used to be $100 a month. Amazon retail purchases used to be $500 per month. So they were quite expensive. They made them free till the end of this year, and I think that we need to use them as much as we can. So why Amazon Insights are very important? Because without them, we've got in Amazon Marketing Cloud only advertising data, no organic sales, nothing else there. And now we have conversions, all conversions in Amazon Marketing Cloud, and we can understand what people saw our advertising and what didn't saw it, and the ones bought after the advertising, ones bought organically, so we can analyze it like complete like our complete sales. So what we did, and what is my hack for today, I built a dashboard. Of course, I cannot show you for 5 minutes how to build it, but I built the dashboard and it is showing the organic sales. It is the dashboard, and each row is the product. It's an async, just hide them. And the orange one is the organic sales. The dark blue is the sales were made from advertising, the people that clicked our advertising within the attribution window, and the attribution window is 7 days for sponsored products and 14 days for sponsored brands and others. And the light blue part is the sales were made also from advertising, but outside the attribution window. It means that people could click like 2 weeks ago and then buy now, and they are not attributed to advertising. And as you can see for this ASIN, it's around 12% of the sales are coming from the advertising, but you will not see them attributed to ads. So it's actually interesting, and it could influence your decisions on how you will optimize your advertising, or you can increase your target takers because you know that you need to spend more not to lose those people that will buy a little bit later. How I build this report?
Oleksandr, 1 minute left.
Yes. Okay,
1 minute
I'm
left.
finishing. So how I build this report? It's Claude. I advise everyone to use Claude. And you cannot analyze this complex data from Amazon without something like this. I will skip this because it's how I analyze the first and last touch attribution. You can scan this code. You can download blueprint how to build this report, and skill for your Claude. It's quite easy to run. You just take this file, you just run the skill, and you can get this report. And also we will make this workshop next month, and you will be registered on the workshop and you will get the invitation. And if you want an audit, you don't want to pull this data by yourself, just contact me on LinkedIn, follow me, and we'll arrange an audit for you, and that's it.
Okay, thanks, Oleksandr. So
Okay.
everyone, this was number one, Oleksandr Kovalov, from 500 month per month to free until December 31st, 2026. How to use AMC data for a better decision. I'm gonna post his LinkedIn profile, connect with him. We're gonna share his email contact information so you can get the full presentation and take advantage of that. And one question, we're gonna do it a little different. Who's gonna win the World Cup, Oleksandr? Everybody needs to choose,
Ah,
and then
you're asking the wrong guy because I have to call my middle son.
okay.
He's following everything, so
Okay,
it's
anyway,
not,
so do a guess. No, just guess.
no, no. I
No.
don't know. I will let you know at the end of the webinar. I will
Okay,
message
okay,
him now.
okay, sure. I'll do a poll. Okay, guys, so that's Oleksandr
No
number one.
problem.
If you like his hack, you should vote for him at the end. And now we fly from the Czech Republic back to the USA and North Carolina with Sonal and Meenal. So, girls, Uh, it's your turn right now. So now we go to number two. They're gonna be like a duo sharing the hacks also now. Dharampuria and Meenal Dubey. Design hack that sell content on LinkedIn. So girls, please do a quick introduction. Once you're ready, let me know. I'm gonna turn on the timer. Thank you, Oleksandr.
Sure. Here you
Yes.
go.
Okay. So I'm Sonal, and I'm the co-founder of Seller Drive. And along with Meenal, she will be presenting the hack. Meenal, can you just go to this next slide? Okay. So we are into two places, and you can say it can be a cross-border e-commerce growth partners, and we are in US as well as in India, and we are partners with Amazon, Amazon Ads, Shopify, TikTok, and Walmart. So please feel free to reach out. And these are the services that we are covering, like creative, account management, performance marketing, and the marketplace growth in all the four marketplaces. So I think it goes to Meena now.
Yeah. So
Thank
we'll
you.
be starting it. Yeah.
Okay, Meenal. Okay, let's go then. Let's start.
Okay. So we are presenting to you the design hack that sell. So starting off, which is the hot topic, is the artificial intelligence and Amazon design and how it can help you. And everyone knows about it right now that Amazon provides its own creative studio platform, which is an AI based and help us in various creatives, images, and videos, and that can be found in the ads console under the creative tool. So when you'll open the creative tool, so my first hack is product lifestyle, how to create that. So I've handpicked one of the product with which doesn't have any image other than the hero image, and here I have a short video which is a quick video and help you guide like how we can do it. So we can insert a base. I've inserted the basic prompt with the ASIN, create lifestyle image for the PDP page for these napkins. That's it. And in few minutes, it generate me beautiful images, indoor, outdoor, with the kitchen setup and with the outdoor setup. And they are pretty much professional, just like a professional photo shoot. And I have not given any specific prompts. It's just the basic prompt. And these are the beautiful images it generated for us. And these are ready to use and look very professional. Here's the outdoor, and my product is looking very nice. So continuing with that, I have the second hack, which is where you can create the sponsored brand video creation, or you can create any kind of video that you want. So this is for the sponsored brand. So here we are using a very basic prompt, which for a newbie, like using the attached images, create a sponsored brand video for this product. We have given the ASIN, take the product features from the PDP page and the competitors. So we have added competitors here and add a suitable calm background music. So I've selected 4 of the images from the before what we generated is the lifestyle, and here we go. So it started to work, and it will take a few minutes, but I've made it a little quickly. It gives all the briefs, it creates the storyboard, it gives me all kind of suggestion how I want, and I can select it, and even I can ask for another options. So here it has generated a storyboard for me with the selected images that I've given and which is best for my product as per Amazon. And then it asked me for I want the text overlays, which I said yes. So it added few of the text overlays that will give the soul to the video. And if we can edit these copies, we can change the font, size, color, everything as per our need. And here, when selected, I've asked it to proceed to animate, and it created a beautiful video with a beautiful music in the background. So this is the final result that I found. It has a beautiful music, if you're able to hear it.
Not actually, I don't hear any music, by the way.
Okay. So it has the music you guys can imagine. So what exactly we have done is we have not given any specific prompts. We have just asked the Amazon to use its intelligence and create a beautiful imagery and the video, which is equivalent to the professional photo shoot. And we have no cost involved, no time involved here. In like 20 to 30 minutes, I got this video output. In 10-15 minutes, I got the beautiful images for me. And just imagine if a basic prompt can do like this, what can a professional creative company or people like us can help you out in creating an amazing creative for your brand. And that is made from an intelligent tool from Amazon, which is based for the e-commerce platform. So this is how we can make it more lively and help you get sale. So if you are ready to use the AI designs, and this is not the new technology, it's an old one, but it's getting evolved day by day. With every month, Amazon is evolving and it's giving the best results right now in the present moment. So just make use of it. And if you're ready for the Amazon designs, we are here for you when you need it. And this is our hack of how the design help get sales. So let's proceed with it. So right now we are giving a free growth audit. You can scan the QR code and get the 10% discount on the full service growth plan and can connect us. And we are here for you.
Okay, Meenal, you're
you.
perfect. Just 5 minutes sharp. So everyone, this was Sonal. I'm now from Seller Drive Global. Design is what it sells. If you don't like the image, you're never gonna click, you're never gonna buy, so you're just gonna waste money on the PPC guys. So this was number 2, everyone. Number 2, Sonal and Meenal from Seller Drive Global, design hack that sells. I'm gonna share their profile so you guys can connect on LinkedIn. Again, you can vote for their hack at the end. And now we're gonna fly from North Carolina, a little north, to Washington, D.C. They don't have the World Cup there, but they have Trump. So they have show going on all the time. So Srini, please do an introduction here, man. Once you're ready, let me know. I'm gonna turn on the timer. Thank you, Meenal. Thank you, Sonal.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Srini.
Yeah, hi. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's your screen.
Yeah. Myself, I am Srini Mamillapalli. I am the founder and CEO of Listora AI. So this is all-in-one platform for Amazon, Walmart, and eBay sellers. So today here I'm going to talk about a few seller issues and then the resolutions, how we are using AI to solve the daily seller problems. So the problem is like if you are selling on Amazon, Walmart, or eBay, you know the pain, like 3 different logins and 3.
Oh, Srini, sorry, man. One question. Let me know when it starts so I can turn on the timer.
Yeah, I started. Yeah.
Okay, let's go then.
Yeah. So if you are selling on Amazon or eBay, Walmart, the sellers, they know the pain. So multiple logins and multiple listing formats and different pricing strategies and everything. So what we will do here is using the AI. So if you are a seller of an Amazon or eBay, and if you want to move to Walmart, suppose you can log into our application and then you just give 1 ASIN or 10 ASINs or 100 ASINs from Amazon or eBay, and then you can just simply import. We get all the product details, the descriptions, the images, the pricing, and everything. And then in one click, we will rewrite the product content again, like the titles and the descriptions, bullet points, and everything, and the backend keywords, all those based on the marketplace guidelines. If it is Walmart, they have some guidelines. Amazon, they have some guidelines. eBay, they have different guidelines. So everything will be done here in just few seconds only. And then the sellers, they can directly list those. And we using AI maximum will autofill all the attributes, like all the required fields, colors, and then pricing, everything. And then the seller can just review it and submit it. So they can submit one product or 100 products in a single feed. So that is one thing on the listing. And also, if they are listing new items, so the sellers can speak in any language. They can talk about their product in English or Hindi, Spanish, or any language. So the voice transcribes and translate them. And also they can upload the photos, and our AI vision will extract the colors, materials, dimensions, everything automatically in just few seconds. So for the typical seller, if they want to list any item newly, then they can list it in nearly 30 to 45 seconds. And if they want to import from one marketplace to another marketplace, it is just like, again, 15 to 30 seconds. So that is one thing. Another thing, buy box. So 82% of the Amazon sales go through it, through buy box. So if you are not winning, that means you are invisible. So what we will do here is we monitor the buy box statuses on Amazon and Walmart, so around the clock. So the moment you lose it, you get the notifications, and you can select one or all the items that you are losing, and then you can select the strategy, like you want to match with the winner price, or you want to beat by 1 cent or $1, or you want to beat by certain percent. And also and then you can submit it. All of them will get updated. And then also we have auto rise, like when you are winning, slowly you can raise your price to grow your margin. And another thing we have is a repricer, the dynamic pricing. So you can set up your pricing strategy, and it will run in every 5 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever time frame you select. And then even while you are sleeping, it will run it and update the pricing and everything. So the criteria, there are multiple criteria sellers can choose. They can match the competitor, or beat by dollar or some percentage, or you can raise it in you can set up auto rise mode. And also when the Amazon is in competition, you can choose like wait until Amazon runs out of their inventory and then start your auto repricer. So you can set up all of them just one time. You can set up, and then it will keep on running. Typically, sellers are spending a lot of money on using multiple tools for these all of these listing one, then pricing, repricing one.
Srini, 1 minute left.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, he 1 more minute, man.
Yeah. So our application will support even inventory sync also. So like, you can set up inventory sync for all Amazon, Walmart, and eBay, and it will adjust automatically. So this is our QR code. You can scan and try it. There is a free trial for 7 days and 14 days. So you can try all these features that we have. That's all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Srini. So this is number 3, my favorite digit, number 3, Srini Mamillapalli. How AI automates listing, repricing, and buy box wins. If you like it, vote for him and then. And now we're gonna fly big across the ocean. We go from Washington to Germany. Stephanie, you're number 4. Stephanie Richter in her hack is the first mover PPC hack. So Stephanie, you know the flow. Please do a quick introduction once you're ready. Let know and we're gonna start the time. Thank you, Srini.
So you should see my screen, and you
Yeah,
should
see your
see
screen.
myself. So hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm co-founder of Adspert. We are a PPC software for Amazon, Walmart, eBay, and soon for 30 more platforms. So if you're interested if your favorite one is included, reach out to me. And now I'm starting. So what I would
Okay,
like
let's
to
go.
present is the first mover PPC hack. That is mainly 2 hacks in one, and you can start immediately after you saw all these incredible hacks from that great crowd here. So what does it mean, what I bring to you? So I suggest find your first mover keywords. What does it mean? Find keywords where your click share is higher than your impression share. That means you may be not as well presented with your PPC or with your bid, but every time the audience or the search person see your ad, you're likely they click on your ad. That means just spending more money means you can win more sales. So you have untapped growth potential. And how you can do that is you go to your Amazon Seller Central, then select reports, find the click brand analytics, and then open the search query report. And now I mentioned it's 2 hack in 1. So that is how you find your keywords where you have an incredible click share, but a bad impression share. Now, the big thing is you want to also be better in your peak season. That means if you, for instance, your peak season is from October to December, choose exactly the same time frame last year and see where was the most important keywords here. And then, that is the second part, start 8 weeks before all your competitors and increase your CPC for your most winning keywords. And you have 2 options to do that. Take your keywords out of your existing campaigns, put them into a new campaign, use an exact match here, and then increase the CPC manually. If you don't have time for all of that, but you like that hat, you can do that automatically, and you can do that automatically, guess, with Expert. So if that is all too much work, but you love what you see, so the idea, find the keywords where you have a higher click share than an impression share, we can help you automate that. And what you can get with us is a 30 days free trial. You can try it. And if you at the end decided you want to stay with Expert, you get a 20% off because you watched that incredible show here with us to get all these great hacks. And one last tip. If you think, yeah, I know all my keywords, my click rate is better than impression share, then go the last step and check how's your conversion rate. If your conversion rate is even higher than your click share, then it's at the most winning keywords, and you should definitely spend more on these specific keywords. And yeah, if you have some question, feel free to ask in the chat. I will stay a few more minutes or connect on LinkedIn and share some thoughts about the hack. And I hope I stay in the 5 minutes. And who will winning? I would say somebody where a German is in the team, even in a team or as a trainer. So
Okay, that's a good forecast. So everyone, this was number 4, Stephanie Richter, the first mover PPC hack. So if you like her hack, vote for her. I'm gonna share her LinkedIn tomorrow. We're gonna share her email so you can get in touch, get the full presentation and the hack. And so thanks, Stephanie. So now we fly back from Germany, like across the ocean, Monte, Desai, Georgia, Peach State. So Monte, do you guys have peaches yet or not yet? Too early.
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, peaches. My actual favorite is watermelon. So watermelon,
Okay.
mangoes. The tomatoes are really nice right now. I'm just eating them like an apple. I
Yeah,
love summer.
good stuff, man. So do a quick intro. Once you're ready, let know and we can turn on the timer.
Okay. So my name is Monte Desai. I'm the founder of Pixie. Pixie is the AI designer for listings on Amazon and everywhere else you sell. My hack today is going to be creating stunning A+ content in one click. Maybe before I show you that, I just want to quickly give a sense of what is Pixie. Like I said, AI designer, push button, get listing. We now serve, let me pull up a screen. I can give you a sense of this. We now serve many sellers actually in this audience, so good to see some familiar names here. But top Amazon agencies, Fortune 500 brands, and SaaS tools. We have an API that lets you add designs like this to your tool in 30 minutes. Okay, let's start the timer.
Okay, let's go, man.
So the way Pixie works is you paste in an ASIN or a product photo and you get a listing, many types of listings. I didn't have 2 minutes for the listing to generate, so I just went ahead and generated one here. And now I'm going to add A+ content. Really, you just click this button and it does it. Takes a second. I'm actually going to add a couple more things just so we can make it a little more fun. A+ Premium Mobile, I'm actually going to generate this as separate modules. And while we're here, let's just add a shot like I don't know, lifestyle, summer. You don't have to write too many complicated prompts here. Our belief is that you have better things to do than write prompts and drag things around in Canva. So this is going to take a couple minutes to generate. While this happens, let me just show you what else Pixie can do. I'll actually pop around to a different listing here. So TikTok shop listings, very vibrant, kind of fun, a little bit funny. These are all made on the first try, by the way. Another Amazon listing for a dog harness and a magnetic armband. And I'll pop over. Shopify listings, again, first try, 2 minutes for Viore. Walmart listings for Walmart. And so if you think about the progression of AI and technology, it's like, okay, I can make one design in Canva. Now in Pixie, you can make one listing in 2 minutes. We're thinking, why not 100? Why not 1,000 listings? Why not build your whole catalog overnight? And so that drove us to create the factory. So the factory lets you do exactly that. You have a master set of visuals, and then you can scale them across the rest of your catalog. Here's an example of this that I ran for K-Cup. If I can zoom out a little bit. Okay, good. So you can see the flavors and the ingredients are changing. The color of her mug is changing. You're seeing blueberries turn into walnuts, turn into vanilla, turn into coconuts. All this happens with 0 prompts. You could do about 50 listings in 20 minutes. Video also happens with 1 click and 0 prompts. Here's an example. This is size for sponsored products video. So it fits the exact requirements in size, duration. There's a bunch of rules like no sound, no words. And so sponsored products video is also live in Pixie. I'll show you a couple other examples of that. It's crazy that this is AI. And deep strategy. So my background is a consultant. So I would do, engagements with these Fortune 500 brands, understanding where to play and how to win. This tool is actually free. It's available for you for free if you just use this QR code this side. What it does, it reads thousands of reviews to understand what do customers think about you and your competitors. Not what you say on your listing, not what competitors say on their listing, but what do customers think? And therefore, which customer should you try to go after? Which one should you ignore? And then who wins on what criteria? A lot of analysis here. The reviews, a grading of every one of your competitors' listings, pricing, all kinds of stuff. I mean, really just take a look at it. Again, check out the QR code. It's completely free. No sign-in, no credit card needed. And let's take a look. Is our A+ content here? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, great. Let's take a look. Okay. So we have a few different versions of A+ content. This one is one beautiful visual. You can see it flows with gradients and styles. It tells you the most important things that the customers care about based on the reviews analysis and based on how your product is different. And then I'm going to go over to the individual version. So there's another version you can do if you want more control and you kind of want to have power of individual modules. We have that here as well. I'll just pop around and see. We had a summertime.
Monte, 1 minute left.
Okay, perfect. I'll do one last thing just to give you a sense of what's possible. Spot edit is a really fun thing to do. Maybe I will put a huge gold chain right there. So I'll draw a spot on what I want to change, and Pixie changes that one thing and then nothing else. Our other feature that people love is convert to layers. We can turn this into a layered file and export it to Canva, Figma, or Illustrator, and then use the layer designs. Let's give this a few seconds and you'll see what I mean by spot edit. The suspense is killing me. There we go. Gigantic gold chain. That was a little bit hilarious, but yeah, you get the idea. Again, Pixie, the AI designer for Amazon listings, you get a free deep strategy report until June 30th. Scan this QR code. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Monty, and time is up, and Snoop is gonna like the gold chain. So everyone, this is number 5, Monte Desai stunning A plus content in one click. I'm gonna post his, if you like his hack number 5, you can vote for him in probably 1 hour plus. And now we're gonna have a short trip and we're gonna go from Georgia to Florida to Amanda Pero. So thank Monty, we're going south, man. Thanks for your hack. Amanda, thanks for joining. Please introduce yourself once you're ready. I'll let you know when we can turn on the timer.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Amanda. I'm the CMO at BeProfit. I'm going to make this real quick and easy. Don't have a lot of slides for you. So Nick, when you're ready, we can start the timer.
Okay, vamos, let's go.
Vamos. All right. So every great session starts with a question, and I'm going to ask you all right now, which one of your ASINs is quietly bleeding you out every single day? And I will guess that nobody is fully confident. That's the problem. So most Amazon sellers are running their businesses on revenue numbers, and revenue is a lie. Revenue is a vanity metric. Profit is really the only number that matters. And I will venture to say that most of you don't know what yours are at the SKU level. So I'm going to help you fix that in 5 steps. Here's what's likely going on in your catalog right now. You've got SKUs that look like winners. High velocity sales, well ranking, solid BSR, but after FBA fees, after returns, after ad spend that you're pumping in them to keep them alive, they're negative. You're actually paying Amazon to sell that product. And you've got SKUs going the other way too, I imagine. So you've got quiet, low volume. Maybe you don't even think about them that much, but could be that they're printing money every single week. So the problem really isn't your catalog, it's the visibility. You can't kill what you can't see. So here's the hack. I'm going to share my screen. Feel free to screenshot this. And you let me know if you can see it. Good?
Yes, I see it.
Great. This is the 5-click manual audit. And this works right now today, 0 tools, but pay attention because of course there's a punchline as you can imagine. So click 1, you go into Seller Central, reports, business reports, detail page, sales and traffic by child ASIN. That's the click. You export it, and now you have revenue, sessions, conversion rate per SKU. Click 2, you go to reports, fulfillment, fee preview, export it. That's your second click. And now you have your FBA fees per unit. Click 3, you go to the advertising console, campaign manager, filter by ASIN, export. That's your click 3. This will show you your ACOs per SKU. Click 4, open the spreadsheet, pull in all 3 exports, and build a simple formula. Revenue minus COGS minus FBA fees minus ad spend. That's your net profit per unit. And yes, I know that this is not a click, but just bear with me here. Then click 5, the last one, is you sort it by net profit, lowest to highest, and scroll to the top. That list at the top, those are your murder suspects. Any SKU with negative or near 0 profit after everything, those are the SKUs that you need to fix or kill. This works, do it. You'll find money that you didn't even know you were losing. That said, there's a catch, as you can imagine. There's a problem with what I just told you. This process, I've done it. I used to sell on Amazon, cigar humidors to be exact. And this takes 2 hours. You're stitching these together with 3 separate reports, different date ranges, praying that your ASIN mapping doesn't break. And by the time you're done, you've spent your Sunday afternoon in Excel instead of making decisions. And you'll do it once, you'll feel good about it, and then you won't look at it again for 3 months. And that's really not a system, that's a sprint. BeProfit is what happens when you want that same audit, true profit per SKU, after fees, after ads, after returns, in an actual 5 clicks, all on one screen, anytime you want. You open BeProfit, you go to your products view, you set your date range, sort by net profit, filter to show your bottom performers, done. You have it. That's your kill list in 30 seconds. It updates in real time every day. So instead of a 2-hour Sunday audit, it's a 30-second Monday morning check. The most expensive thing in your Amazon business isn't your PPC. It's the SKUs that you think are working for you, but they aren't. And you don't have the real information in front of you all the time. That's where you're spending the most money. We built BeProfit for Amazon sellers, all e-commerce sellers, connect all your stores, Shopify, WooCommerce, you name it. And you're going to be seeing if you're scaling profitably or not. And if you're in this room, if you're watching this, I know that you care about this, that you're that kind of operator. So that QR code that you were seeing on the screen, Are you still seeing the screen? Yes. That is going to help you get your 14-day free trial with no credit card. It's going to help you pull that SKU level profit tonight. It takes 2 minutes to connect your account. So go find out what SKUs you're going to kill tonight and which ones are killing you. If you found the 5-step hack interesting, you could email me. My email is right there, amanda@beprofit.ai, and I'll send you the full playbook and you can have it and look through it. And if you want the demo of how quickly you can do it on BeProfit, scan that QR code and we'll have someone walk you through how it's done. And that's it. That's the hack. Quick and easy. I thank you guys. And if you ask me who is hopefully going to win the World Cup, I'm going to say Brazil.
Okay,
So-
okay. So thanks, Amanda. So this was number 5, Amanda Pero, great hack. You should guys know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, my wife never cares about my revenue, he cares about my profit. So as simple as that. So, so this was number 5 again, Amanda Pero. The 5-click profit audit that reveals which SKUs to kill tonight. So thanks again, Amanda. Number 6, you can vote for her at the end. And now we're gonna fly across the whole USA from Florida to Los Angeles. Dave Bryant, please introduce yourself, man. Let us know when you're ready, and let's go. Thanks again, Amanda.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Bryant from Solid Commerce on behalf of Eran Pick, our CEO. So it's great to be with you guys today, and I'm going to demonstrate the auto reply hack. And let me just once again bring up our QR code. Are you guys all seeing that? Yes. So basically, the auto reply hack is available free to all attendees of this meeting using the activation code NICHACK. So just scan the QR code to get started, and I'll highlight that there's no credit card required at all. So auto reply uses real-time data to answer buyers' questions. And by the way, Nick, I've kind of started here.
Okay, let's go.
You can put me on the timer. So auto reply does use real-time data to answer the buyer's questions. It has access to your carrier data, so you can have all the tracking info, so it can do the research on buyers' questions about various delivery issues. It has access to your order data, your listing data from all of your marketplaces, from Amazon, of course, eBay, Shopify, Cart, all your channels. It also has access to your policy data, so it can answer questions related to returns, international shipping, etc. So auto reply saves your support team from having to do research, and it improves your response time metrics. So it's a win on all levels. And now I'm going to show you a quick video to demonstrate auto reply. And I want to highlight that the video was recorded in real time, so you'll see how fast the auto reply works. So let me go to my video here. And then we will begin that piece. And don't worry, Nick, this is just 2 minutes, 45 seconds. So it'll be nice and quick. All right. And here we go, auto reply. All right, so when you use the QR code, you'll go to Solid Commerce, where you'll be on the auto reply page, and then you click on try for free, and then you enter your access token to start, and you're on the Takeoff Commerce platform here, which is our new platform, self-service. And auto reply brings all your messages from all the channels into the left-hand pane. And so you see, you click on a message, it's already generating the AI response, which is already done. In this case, the question was about, is there a tumbler in stock? And that's demonstrating the connection to the listing data. And it's also asking questions about, do you ship to Canada? And what is your return policy? All that is there in the response. And you can see that there's a 93% confidence, which is very high. So you can feel confident in go ahead and clicking that and sending that away. So that showed the listing and policy connections. Now let's show the order and carrier connection. Okay. So again, very important because you want to be able to answer delivery questions. And again, now your customer support team doesn't have to go to multiple systems to look at things. It can all be here in auto reply, all in a single location. So in this case, the response was already generated. It has 90% confidence. And the key thing here is notice that you can see the order information right within auto reply. So you don't have to go to multiple systems. It's also got the tracking information and everything there. And so auto reply has everything it needs to tell the buyer about the most recent scans, and they tell you about that everything's moving on schedule. And there's your answer there with 90% confidence. And again, notice how fast this is. You don't have to go to multiple systems in order to deal with that. Now, The final connection we'll demonstrate is to your just SMTP mail. Say somebody just sends you an email with some questions. In this case, the questions are pretty straightforward. Do you sell on Amazon because they want to utilize their Prime shipping? And they are also asking for your link to the Amazon storefront. And so the response again is a very high confidence level of 88% on that. And so you can look good on that. And so the auto reply has put in the answer of yes, we do sell on Amazon, and it has provided the link to the Amazon storefront, which it gets from your policy data. And from there, I want to end on the demo here by just showing you that if you would like to do a little bit of editing to the response, you can go ahead and click in the box there, and you can go ahead and send add a little extra, add your own personal touch, whatever. The whole point is to make you feel very comfortable with the response. Boom, you send it, and there you have it very quickly. And in under 5 minutes, Nick, it's the auto reply code. So Nick Hack, follow our QR code, and you will be in business. And I will once again go real quickly to our QR code in case anybody wants to scan that there. So again, no credit card required, and you get a free month. So there you have it. So thank you so much, Nick. There you have it, the auto reply.
Thanks, Dave. That's in 4 minutes. You're the quickest today. So Dave, this was number 7, Dave Bryant, the 3-minute customer service auto reply hack. So guys, vote for Dave and his hack if you like him at the end. I'm gonna share his contact, get in touch, and strongly recommend you scan the QR code and claim that. And Dave, do you watch soccer, man? Who's gonna win it? The World Cup.
I'm gonna go with Mexico. They're looking good, and they're kind of our local team here in Los Angeles.
Okay, let's do that. Go Mexico. So now we're gonna thanks Dave. So this is number 7, and now we go to Jay. Jay, we go again to the East Coast. Hey Jay, in all the flow, man. Please do a quick introduction. Okay, you're already ready. So do introduction once you're ready. Let me know, and gonna turn on the timer.
Thanks, Nick. For everyone that doesn't know me, I am Jay Vintimilla, the founder of Embrace E-commerce. We fuel Amazon and e-commerce growth for brands like Instant Pot, Pyrex, and Wholesome Sweeteners. Before that, I spent some time on the brand side at Reckitt and PepsiCo before we started the agency. Across the board, we manage everything from PPC management all the way to general consulting across e-commerce. I'm good to start, Nick.
Okay, let's go.
Amazing. So when I decided to present on this webinar, I thought to myself, look, there's a lot that we could talk about, especially over the last 6 months. Rufus, now Alexa for Shopping, Cosmo. I think the Amazon space has moved a lot in the last 6 months. And out of all of it, I landed on reserve share of voice. Definitely not the sexiest hack that you're going to see today. But to me, it's one of the most underrated things that Amazon shipped. And right now, it's where we're seeing a ton of success, especially today. And as we go into Prime Day on these high value days. Now, this isn't a net, it's a spear. It does one thing perfectly. And, there's a big reason why it matters now. So Amazon, as we all know, is maturing to a place where brand building counts more and more every day. And offsite traffic counts more and more every day. Reserve share of voice is the single most effective tool I've found for letting our offsite traffic scale, with the brand instead of becoming a massive leak from under it. And that's the biggest punchline. And I'll get to how that's deployed. So starting with what it is, reserve share of voice, new sponsored brand goal. So instead of bidding an auction, for your own branded terms, and for our brands, our agency clients, our branded campaigns are the biggest pains in the butt, right? Because it's how much should we spending? What is the cost of not protecting? So for branded keywords, right? It's only for that. You can't do it for category keywords. And you will own share of voice for 99+% of the time. We've tested it out. We were one of the beta testers on it, and it's been a really core part of our strategy. So keywords are fixed. There's no auction, no bid management, no CPC inflation. Now, in terms of timing, you could reserve those flights from 14 to 90 days. So you really plan around what matters. So whether it's a product launch, whether it's Prime Day, Q4, or just a big offsite push that you have, lock in the window, right? You lock in that price, especially if you're doing that 90-day flight. And for us, as I kind of roll through this, the real estate that it takes up is really where it gets powerful. And I think a lot of our brands weren't thinking about this. So you have both options. You could put up image and video, In our cohort, video has been outperforming, and that's where our preference lies. And I think that ties well into a lot of the hacks that came before me. Before video was a big hurdle, I think it's much more available to the general public now. So when you look at something on mobile, right, the unit alone is taking up 60+% of top of search. So the shopper doesn't see a single organic result until they start to scroll. So on the device where most of your traffic actually lives, the first thing a customer is going to see when they type in your brand is going to be an ad that you control. Now, as we look at, what we control past that, as B is locked, right? It really has one decision that you have left. What am I going to do with that top sponsored product slot? So the honest answer, if we've tested it both ways, and it's not universal. So, that top SP slot still goes back into auction. A competitor can buy it. It sits between, organic and where your reserve share of voice SB slot is. Now, the real test that we like to run is that leaking conversion. So we ran it both ways. This is a really good example. In beauty, our sponsor brand video plus our organic absorbed pretty much all of the intent. So that SP layer was redundant. We released it. Kitchen appliances ended up being a little bit of a different story. So while you're looking at this as the same framework, you're going to have to decide this by category and almost by subcategory. For us, the net result of our SOV has been about a 30% decrease in brand protection, which has allowed us to either pocket that for certain brands that need the bottom line, incremental profit, or re-inject it to some more test and learn budget.
Jay,
Now,
1 minute left.
Great. Now, I would say the punchline for me is think about what happens when you scale Meta, you scale TikTok, right? You spend money to create demand. You're spending a lot of money on this creative, but a chunk of that audience goes straight to Amazon and searches your brand. You go right back into that auction, mind state. So for us, that was a massive, massive leak as we were scaling brands, especially offsite. Reserve share of voice closes it. So for now, for the first time, we can scale offsite aggressively because every dollar of demand that we create lands on our shelf, not someone else's. So I don't look at it as just a brand defense play. It's really what makes our whole offsite strategy safe to turn on. Like I said, I'm the founder of Embrace E-commerce. Please reach out to me, LinkedIn, email. Happy to give a brand audit, a PPC audit, or just general thoughts on the current state of the marketplace. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Jay. So everyone, this was number 8, Gen Vintimilla, the Amazon ad type that didn't exist 6 months ago. 100% brand SOV at fixed rate, fixed price. So if you like Jay's hack, vote for him. I strongly recommend to connect with him. I'm gonna share his LinkedIn. I'm gonna share his email contact so I can get the full presentation on Friday when we send the recording. So thanks again, Jay. So who's gonna win the World Cup? What do you say?
Hopefully Argentina.
Okay, muchachos, I'm for Argentina, but I don't know, man. We'll see. Let's see. If Messi keep on scoring goals like that, we're gonna win it. If not, we'll see. Okay, so thanks again, Jay. Now we fly from New York to Europe, Serbia. Jana, Krekic, how to build an AI agent that will monitor and fix your website so you never have to. So Jana, please introduce yourself. Once you're ready, let me know and we can turn on the timer.
Hi guys, my name is Jana, and thank you so much for having me this webinar. I want to share just a little bit of a slide of what we've been doing. So for the last 8 years, I've been the CEO and founder of Wildly Translations. We're the biggest Amazon localized dedicated localization agency, and we've been dealing with lots and lots of brands of all sizes, helping them expand internationally by optimizing their content, doing a really good job with, basically translating all the listings into sales. And recently we've launched our app called Seller Lingo. Actually, it's a tool, and it's one of a kind tool that based itself on the AI translations, but it's a really cool tool because it understands the compliance, the work. It is now also tweaked to follow the 75 character title rules with highlights. It's localized, and it's really one of a kind. You get 37 credits on sign up. So I encourage everyone to try it out. It's a really, really cool tool. And you also get a bunch of really great reports that explain how your listings can do even better. I'm gonna finish off with a QR code at the end after my presentation. But today, I'm not gonna try to pitch any of these tools or anything like it. I wanted to share a little side project I built for myself and all my websites and businesses, which is called Watchtower. This is the name of it, but you can call it anyways. And today, what I want to will be really great is that you can try to build it on your own. So I'll be sharing everything, like all the codes, know-hows, and everything, so you can try and build it on your own, absolutely free. So without further ado, so let's get started, and we should get started with. Oh yeah, but what is actually an AI agent and what does it actually do? So everybody's actually talking about AI agents, but most people think it's just like LLM with a function call. And basically an agent is a loop. So it looks at something, it decides what to do, it acts and verifies. And today I'll show you how you can apply it to a problem every business has, whether you have like a Shopify website, WordPress website, anything else, or anything you want to kind of monitor and try to have someone fix it for you while you're sleeping and keeping your website healthy. Basically, this is what I'm going to show you. So broken links, missing SEO tags, site outages, and this is why I built the Watchtower, because I wanted to help myself. So basically what this tool does, it crawls, it detects, it helps out like with bunch of like different problems. And then it also diagnoses like, where do these problems come from? So basically like you send the HTML to Claude with a tight system prompt. And this is exactly what the difference is, because instead of asking it, is this site good? Which is a useless question. You can ask like, are SCTAs vague? Is headline keyword buried? Blah, blah, blah. Is my website down? And you can schedule this to scrape it. For instance, mine scrapes my website every day, 2 a.m. at night, even when my computer is not working. I found it super useful because a lot of times it auto-fixed my website. So if we take a look at this slide, I'm going to show you in a live demo how it works. But this is exactly like how it crawls, detects, diagnoses, and then it auto-fixes what it can be auto-fixed, which is a lot of things. But then if there's like high risk, because still AIs don't deal with the high risk situations, you get an email. You get an email triggered saying, hey, I need your help for this. But you get an email like in the middle of the night or in the morning. You don't have to wait for someone to double check it instead of you. So let me just quickly share my whole screen to show you how this completely looks like. Okay. So it's in, you have to use a terminal for this. Can everyone see this terminal window?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Yes, okay, perfect. And then I would just go to the Watchtower, which you get when you follow the code, which I'm going to share later. And then you share the Watchtower, and then you write, I run a demo, basically like this. And you can use this for any sort of website. I'm using it here on the Seller Lingo website, which basically says like crawl, detect, diagnose, and so on. So it's like generates all of these possible problems and what is fixed. So basically at the end, you're gonna get what the agent fixed on your website like before, and then after what it fixed, what was the problem and what it was fixed. Also, if your website is down, it will say critical error, it's down. We'll try to fix it on its own. And then later it's going to send you a report of what it fixed. So it's actually really cool because it can cover a lot of things. Also, this is also how you schedule it in the cloud, which I will also be sharing like code, like word by word, how you schedule it in the cloud. There's no like hidden stuff. And also email alerts and auto-representation, like how you fix it. So it sends you emails to different emails and how to schedule it at any hours of what you feel like it's valuable for you. So basically email alerts when agents can't fix it, they send it over to you, which is very, very very rare, because only if it's like an internal error, which you only need like login for, like this is like when it needs review from you. Otherwise, all the other things, it can be fixed. SSL expired, server returning errors, like all of that. So basically that's it. So 3 takeaways from this is basically like that the loop is the product, not the LLM. And you can give the LLM permission to find nothing as well. This is really important because you start with something you start with one website you care about. Maybe your business, maybe your
Jana,
company's
1 minute
business.
left.
Yes, and then like you have 600 literally lines of code that I can share, and you can fork it tonight. And what I use to build this is Claude and Visual Studio Code. I have zero knowledge of coding or anything like it, but I think it's like a really cool tool to just never have anyone let you know 12 hours later that your website was down. Maybe you lost a bunch of sales. Maybe you lost like a bunch of everything. And definitely, if you want to check out the Seller Lingo tool, here's the QR code. You can scan it and test it out. You get 37 credits. You can test all of the services that we're offering in Seller Lingo absolutely for free. Thank you.
Thank you, Jana. So everyone, this was number 9, Jana Krekic, how to build an agent that will monitor and fix your website so you never have to. Go ahead, scan the QR code, take advantage of what she does because she's the best expert expansion localization. So in Europe is a big market. You guys have been spending money like crazy in Europe. Even the countries in Europe are putting extra tax and it still come. So it's time to make some money and expand your brand to Europe. So number 9, Jana Krekic. And now we're gonna still be in Europe, so we're just gonna go a little northwest to Netherlands. Peter Paul, man, from Netherlands. So Peter Paul, thanks Jana. Peter Paul, please introduce yourself. Let me know once you're ready, and we can turn on timer.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. Well, first of all, it doesn't feel like the Netherlands at all because that's where I'm located. It's so extremely hot. It feels like, I don't know what region I would be in, but it's not normal. Nevertheless, my name is Peter Paul. Yeah, one thing best that I can tell about me is that I'm really interested a lot in sales and marketing. I like the fact how people make decisions and dive into that and understand consumer behavior, and via that route, well, understand how to sell products and do a good job. So yeah, Nick, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
Share my screen because I didn't do that, so that's not really fair. There we go. So what I want to speak about today is win the conversation, and it's all about selling on Amazon when buyers stop typing. So the concept here is this, that formerly it was known like Rufus, now it's Alexa. On Amazon.com you see Alexa. What does it do? It's a shopping assistant. It's standing at the front door, knowing the buyer and just helping the buyer to well, buy the product. So that's kind of the whole purpose of what it does. And when you look at it, the voice is Alexa. So that's the one speaking to the buyer. The brain behind it is Cosmo. And it's all quite technical if you don't know it, but when you win the brain, so when you are feeding that brain, you also win the conversation. Now, what I'm going to do today is, because it's all about a hack, Nick asked me, like, we want to have a hack. So I really hope that I'm providing one that is really helpful today. And that means that what I'm going to do is you will get a link. And with that link, you will end up in IntelliView Help Center, and you will end up in this overview where it's going to explain why it's so important to get that conversation in your control. And first of all, it was already said before, it starts with the product. Like, branding is everything, and it's explained in this document, but branding is everything. Second, the engine rewards in a listing, plain language over keyword stacking. It's so important to have that. You have to really convince buyers, and I see already Monte like sitting there, and he knows because he's creating AI images. So it's so true, you have to really have something that is convincing to the buyer. Answered constraints, complete backend attributes, it should all be in there. The quick fix you can do today is I'm going to provide a simple prompt. So that prompt is down here. You can download it. So when you're in that article, you can just simply download it. I didn't create anything to sign up for. You can just download and use that. What we'll do is with that prompt, you have to feed it. So you just upload it in. So this is in Claude. I'm here in Claude right now, in Claude. And you have to upload the listing images. You have to upload the prompt. You have to upload the ASIN, the title, and the bullet points. And what it will do is it will give you an agentic listing action plan. First of all, it will focus on hook wide differentiator. So just to understand, like, is this listing truly convincing enough to the buyer? What does it look like? What is the story? How is it built up? What is it doing? So it's going all through that. Then we get some open questions, because that's the point. If you get to some questions that are relevant to the buyer and you transform that into content, it's going to be a better thing. So it was already mentioned before, and I cannot do a shout out to Monte. It's not that I'm promoting him by any means, but it's important because if you want to have an A+ content element there, you should have that. So your action plan, it goes down, and then you have your quick win to the first A Q&A image. Now you can go even further. What if you do that? I did it in ChatGPT, so I just dropped that prompt from that previous Claude code. So that's generated, and now we have a before you buy quick answer stuff, blah, blah, blah. You can also go to ChatGPT, do the same thing. It's all in your hands. This is all done by you from your desktop. Now let's go back to my presentation, because scanning your listing, it's not enough. It's really not enough. It will give you insights, but it's not enough. Scanning your category, yes, it's going to go much deeper, because then you're going to go see where it's overlapping, where the same claims are, what are the others doing, what are they doing well, etc. Scanning the reviews, yes, you have to do that as well. Absolutely. But the most important thing, and this is really one thing, and yes, this is going to cost you money, but if you really want to do something good, do some pre-sale testing. Get an understanding of the consumer in the position as buying your product, asking them, what will be your reason not to buy? And with that short list of objections, transform that in Q&A, then you are really sitting in front of the conversation.
Peter Paul, 1 minute left.
I will finish it off. So image tag polls for testing the full conversion, marketplace polls for testing the click. This is all done by you within our IntelliView tool, but we can also do it for you. And this is really strong. So here we take the whole heavy lifting out of your hands, $1,000, full listing. You can just sit and wait, and we do the whole job for you. Now, that said, my hack for today is that you can easily get that free document, get that prompt, get started with it today. And remember, dive into everything, dive into the conversation, think about how does it land at the consumer, and then you have everything in your hand. So I recommend go for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter Paul. So guys, now go ahead and scan the QR code. Guys, we're giving a ton of value here. So, and if you like his hack, Peter Paul, man, win the conversation selling on Amazon when buyers stop typing. So I'm gonna share his LinkedIn, I'm gonna share his email and information, and you can see his email. So get in touch. And Peter Paul, one question: who's gonna win it? You're gonna say Netherlands probably.
Are you speaking about the hack? Because then I already know, but no, no. Sorry.
Oh, you know, okay, no,
for
the World Cup.
I truly hope it's the Netherlands, but I think not. I think it will be Spain.
Okay, you guys are doing much better. So guys, this was number 10, and now we're going to the next one, Woo Durant, but I don't see her in the chat, so she's not here. I'm gonna check again, but I don't see Woo. So instead of going to Arizona, where Woo is based, we're gonna be going to Florida. Okay, we go to the Sunshine State. Rafael Veloz. Rafa, you know the full man. Do a quick introduction. Once you're ready, let me know and we can start. Thanks, Peter Paul.
Peter Paul. Peter Paul's a great friend of mine. You guys follow his advice. Great dude. Can you see my screen? The $0?
Yeah, I see your screen.
All right, cool. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Rafael Veloz. I'm the founder of Share Studio, and I'm gonna show you a hack today. That's for social media, not for Amazon per se. I think I'm ready, man. So let's just go ahead.
Okay, let's go. Vamos, Rafa, vamos.
All right. So, well, first of all, Portugal's gonna win. Okay, guys, just so you know, Portugal's gonna win. Doesn't matter what happens. Portugal's gonna win. I have faith in that. All right, so $0 in ad spend, 3 million views in 80 days. I heard that vanity metrics are not allowed here, but let me just go for vanity metrics for a little bit. Either way, so Amazon is a quite interesting place. I know we got 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go as fast as possible. We got this with 0 ad spend. I know ad spend on Amazon is something that a lot of Amazon sellers are prompt to staying away from. It's something very delicate because that's where a lot of money comes from. A lot of money is spent. And the way that we got this amount of views in 90 days was honestly a lot of content. That's basically it. There's 2 traps on Amazon. Amazon has you right here within this strategy funnel. Actually, Share Studio was founded in 2016 with the premise that we created content for social media that was so good that was shareable. That's supposed to share it. So today we're going to talk top of funnel, which is what Amazon didn't want you to execute, or Amazon sellers, a lot of them didn't want to execute, but now we have to, especially because of TikTok. So TikTok, as you know, has that TikTok marketplace. So that's the new trend. Everybody wants to go to TikTok. But also you're leaving on the table a lot of other social media so you can, create content and show it there. So yeah, Amazon's around here, middle, but on the funnel, actually from 100 people that go into Amazon to solve their problem, 74% end up buying. Maybe not your product, but they end up buying. The second part of the Amazon seller trap is obviously collapsing margins. I think I forgot her name. She was talking about profits, right? Nick said that his wife only cares about profits. It's true. So how can we make more money without spending so much money on Amazon? Obviously getting new clients, right? Creating that awareness, but that's kind of expensive. So it's not just vanity metrics, it's also conversions. This is what we did for one of our brands. We went from, this is just 30 days, by the way, we got more than 400,000 views. A lot of them were non-followers. And we got from those 400K views, we got 11,000 clicks. And from those 11,000 clicks, we got 4% conversion, which total a revenue of $13,000 for our client. Again, from 100 people, 4 bought, okay? So AI, a lot of AI. This is how AI feels sometimes, right? You're pushing, and you think it's gonna be perfect, but then you're like, oh, okay, well, let me help you out. And then you go on and on and on and on. Cool. What's the hack? Honestly, the hack is to create something really good, have a strategy, do the work, use organic footage, enhance it with AI, manage it, and then keep on going and going and going until you crack the code. That's literally the hack. Just do the work. It's not a big hack. It's just literally doing the work. So brand intelligence, do your checklist, assist with AI, have content. If you don't have content, we can help you with that. And then execute the actual content and then literally just manage it and track it. And if you don't track it, you cannot manage it. So you can only manage what you track. So make sure you're tracking it. This is what we did. Half of it is AI, or percentage of it is AI, but most of it is with organic content, right? So the key, honestly, is strategy, organically AI. I call it organic AI, and management. We can also help you with that. And for the hack, I'm gonna leave you some templates that I use for social media, and also a checklist. It's very, very, very easy. You just have to know what you're selling, what Peter Paul said, understand your audience. Once you understand your audience, it's gonna be way better. People go to Amazon to solve their problems. In social media, they go to distract, maybe create awareness for that problem itself. I think I'm around 3+ minutes. So yeah, so if you want to schedule a call, see how we can help you, or just download the checklist or the templates, just scan the QR code, man. If not, you can reach out to me at sharestudio.com.
Okay, thanks, Rafa. You're almost as quick as Ronaldo when he was young. Not right now, he's not that quick anymore, but you want to be quick. So guys, this is Rafael Veloz, number 12. 3 million views in 90 days with 0 ad spent on social media, and I'm a huge fan of anything which doesn't involve paid ads. I've been growing my business without spending any money on ads. I'm super cheap, or like my friend John Aspinall called me frugal. I learned this word from him, frugal. So guys, vote for Rafa if you like him, and I'm gonna share his contacts now so you can get in touch even if you don't like his hack. Strongly recommend to connect. So now we go from number 12 to number 13, which is, I used to be number 13 in school, the fatal number, and we have femme fatale, Vanessa Hung. Vanessa, where are you based right now? Because I lost her track. So please let us know where you're based, do a quick introduction, and once you're ready, let me know when you can turn on the timer. Okay. Vanessa, I saw you in the chat. Okay. You're muted. Okay, let me ping her because she's here. Okay, let me wait for her because he's in the chat. But I guess... Okay, I'm gonna wait for her for like a few more seconds. If not, we're gonna go to number 14. Okay. Okay, I guess Vanessa stepped out somewhere because she's here in the chat, but she's not joining. Anyways, Noah, you ready to go, man?
Sure, why not?
Okay, let's do that, man. So this is Noah, No, Wickham, the Amazon AEO ranking hat. Noah is the guy who won the first hack series that we did. I think it was like 2 years ago or something like that. So Noah, please do a quick intro, man. Looking forward to share your hack and see if we're gonna win it. Right.
Coming
So
back
let
for
me
the
know when you're in.
trophy. Coming back for the trophy. Awesome. All right. Well, I guess I will intro myself. So my name is Noah. I am with my Amazon guy. We are a full service Amazon and direct to consumer agency. Right now we're focused on basically trying to grow and scale as many brands online as possible. Today I'm going to talk about AEO, and you can, I guess, start my timer there, Nick.
Let's go.
Cool. Let's do it. So first and foremost, a lot of people are probably going to ask themselves what AEO is. And it's the big, I think, question in the room. Everyone knows SEO, but AEO is specifically trying to get products to show up within agentic commerce. And so the primary agentic commerce on Amazon right now is what used to be referred to as Rufus. Many people know that Amazon recently took Rufus out back and replaced them with their star child Alexa. And so now we have Alexa for shopping. And so one of the major aspects of this is that whenever we're looking at any type of specific product, especially in this case, we can look at something like non-stick ceramic frying. You can see the Ask Alexa. And if we actually go up to the chat here, and I'll have to turn off my helium for this, shout out helium 10. But once we actually turn this off, I'll reload my page. We can see within the search that you will show up for specific search phrases. You'll see things such as what are the cleaning and maintenance tips for ceramic pans? What are the best non-stick ceramic frying pan materials, right? And then below this as well, we have other questions. A lot of people may look at this and not think of much, especially now that we even have sponsored questions within here. But one of the big aspects is that as we are moving more and more into this, I have a suspicion that we're going to see much more of Alexa for shopping come into the purview in the next 12 months. And so with that, our team has essentially figured out all of the exact steps necessary to actually get you to see your products seen and sold on the Alexa for shopping side of things. So one of the major things that we have done is basically built out a full in-depth guide on Alexa for shopping and then also doing A/B testing against it. With utilizing this exact guide, we have seen that we can go from either a 0 or even sometimes 5+ overall terms or questions that we are ranked for into having more than 10 to 15 within as little as 2 weeks. So the exact setup here is essentially picking a matched pair. So picking multiple products within the category within a similar purview. It's very similar within SEO strategy to figuring out who your competitors are and how you're going to be ranking for them. From there, you actually have to build out what we consider to be intent profile. Intent is going to be the biggest thing and the biggest change within search here in the coming months within how Amazon's algorithm works. The primary reason for that at the end of the day is that a lot of people are different types of shoppers. Many people who have their own phone have probably seen the For You section on Amazon in their shopping profile. And Amazon is starting to really know who audiences are. And that's where things such as AEO really plays a big part because they want to recommend only brands that make the most sense for you. From there, we'll actually draft and review, and we still have Rufus in here, the full check. So that's going to be title, bullet points, description, A+ content. Now, the question many people I have shown this to are going to ask is, well, what actually matters the most with AEO compared to SEO? Because as we know, title is the most important thing within SEO ranking. Well, for AEO, it's slightly differentiated. The biggest factors are twofold after all of our testing, and we've tested this across around 5,000 different products at this point in time for what actually will help you get ranking for different questions, both down here and within the actual search itself. And that would be first and foremost, your bullet points. Your bullet points are the #1 section that we have found, which seems kind of counterintuitive considering the other sections we'll go over here. But the bullet points, and the reason for this is that you are actually going to want to change your mindset around how you do SEO and AEO. You want to answer any question. The secondary would be our FAQ section within the A+ content where we can actually answer questions, which again, it's counterintuitive. You'd think the exact question being asked, but that leads us into,
Noah,
again,
1 minute left.
Fantastic. I'll finish up in just a second. That leads us into the actual measurement and analyzation where we actually have to go through and figure out each individual step and whether or not you have correctly done this. And the unfortunate part with this is that there's not a specific tool for it. And so you actually have to grab every single one of your actual individual questions. If I don't have it pulled up, but you'll have to grab each one of your individual questions and you'll have to track the ranking manually from an identification standpoint. And so there, on my tip and trick and hack there.
Okay, everyone, this is Noah Wickham with the hack list, right? Okay, number 14, the Amazon AEO ranking hack. So if you like Noah's hack, you can vote for him in 4 more hacks, number 14. So now we're gonna fly from the USA back to Europe to my favorite country, Spain. Vanessa Hung. Vanessa, please introduce yourself. Once you're ready, let me know when you're gonna say vamos and we're gonna start with your hack.
Okay, thank you. Hey guys, thank you for joining. My name is Vanessa Hung. I'm the founder and CEO of Online Seller Solutions. And really, I'm just not going to talk much about what we do, but know that we are obsessed with how Amazon works and the backend and how the systems interact with not only your products, but also with the consumers. So today, I'm going to be sharing a hack for the categorization, which I think I have seen like a huge impact in traffic when we talk about categorization on Amazon, especially after they change the browse tree guide and all of those things with their flat file change. So I'm ready, Nick.
Ready? Okay,
Vamos.
let's go.
So in the era of AI, I think a lot of people have talked about that now, but the data quality that is on your listings becomes your product quality. If you don't have the proper information or the right quality on the data, then your product will not show up. And one of the big changes, besides AEO, what Noah was just mentioning, you also need to consider the infrastructure that is underneath the catalog. So that's what I'm going to show you. So there are 3 attributes that align a listing in order for the algorithm, which you could call Alexa shopping or the A9 or whatever else, however else your customers get to Amazon. But there are 3 things. It's a browse node, the product type, and the item type keyword. The most important one right now, it's the item type keyword and how Amazon is categorizing you in that. Because after the change they did in February this year, 26th of February, they changed something in the backend with flat files where they restructured the browse tree guide, the way that Amazon categorizes certain products by changing product types and item type keywords. So I'm going to show you an example of how that looks like on Amazon. So if I go here, you will see on this product that on the top of it, this is how you see the category and the browse tree guide and all of that. The last word of that path should be your item type keyword. But then when I go to the back end of this listing and I look for item type keyword, I see here that it says inflatable beds. So this is under inflatable beds, but in the front end, it says air mattresses, which again, this is very close. This is not a disaster, but it means that it's not aligned with what the category is right now on Amazon on the back end. And this is important because imagine that Alexa, Rufus, or any AI, or even your customers looking for specific keywords on the search bar, are a car trying to get to the street. So imagine that the highway is the browse node, the overall category. The avenue is the product type, which tells you what attributes need to be on your specific item type keyword, and the little house is your product. So if the Uber driver, which is Alexa, doesn't really know what street your product is in, then they're never going to find you. Even when you have the right information on the listing, meaning, great title, bullet points, and A+ content, all of that content, yeah, it's amazing, it's important. But what I'm seeing right now is a lot of people are hurting in traffic just because they're not aligning with the backend. So be ready to scan a few of the tools that I have for you to fix that and troubleshoot it in case that you have that discrepancy. One thing that's super, super important for you to understand before you make any changes, and even if you have discrepancies within your listing, is that Amazon says in their policy that the title, the bullet points, and the description are key attributes that are used for product classification. So before, back in the day, product classification was something that we were able to, change or decide whether our product is in air mattress or inflatable beds. Right now, Amazon is taking the information on the listing and deciding for you. So even if you see discrepancies, you might need to change the information on the listing in order to make it go to the right category. So here it comes. This is the URL, and I can send it on the chat later, after I finish. This is a URL where you see the backend, where you see really what Amazon has in the backend. Sometimes you could see it in Seller Central, but I really trust this code. And you can change it here for different marketplaces. So the .com, you can change it to .mx or .ca, and then you can go to that specific marketplace where you're selling in, applicable also in Europe. And for the tool, for the fix, you're going to need to download your category listing report. So this QR code is just the SOP on how to do it. And when you have that, you're going to go to this tool that I built. It's called flatfiletransfer.com. And what the tool does is that it tells you what is the exact item type keyword that you should have in your flat file to align with what is in the back end. A lot of you might see when you upload your category listing report in the tool, you will see that there are discrepancies, like you have things that are not aligned with the back end. And then when you have that, you need to go to download the specific template, the category specific template for your product, which is, Amazon catalog, go here, download blank template, download the spreadsheet. And in this case, you will say inflatable beds. And then you're going to select it here. And then you're going to download that generate spreadsheet. So what you're going to have on a folder on your computer should be your category listing report and your specific category template, the one that I just downloaded, for your specific item type keyword. If you have many item type keywords, download them all. And then you're going to use this tool, which is a Claude skill that I use when I use Claude
Vanessa,
Cowork.
time is up, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, use the skill and they will transfer automatically the information. You can upload it and then change your stuff.
Okay, thank you. So everyone, this was Vanessa Kung, great hack. This is number 13. It's a fatal number, but you're not gonna do anything fatal. It's gonna be fatal if you don't take advantage of what she shared, in my opinion. So number 13, Vanessa Kung, fix your Amazon listing categorization before it kills your traffic. Number 13, you're gonna be able to vote for her or another hack that you think is the best in like few more. And now we're gonna fly from Madrid to another cool place, Florida, Izabella Ritz. So we go to number 15, Izabella Ritz, how to turn eCom into 2 physical locations and 50 horses. Okay, let's go. Izabella, do a quick intro. Once ready, let me know when I'm gonna turn on the timer.
Hey everyone. Well, Vanessa, great as always. I will not support Nick saying that I'm totally against paid ads, because paid ads is something that helped us grow a lot together with organic growth as well. We have about 1 million views right now per month, but I'll get there in a second. So my name is Izabella Ritz. I was in e-commerce since 2015, serial entrepreneur since my 17 years old. And a bit over a year ago, Amazon started being more complicated. And I started feeling that, you know what, I cannot keep all my eggs in the same basket. We have to create something else sustainable, where I own business, I own platform, I control my customer, I control transaction, I control my cash flow, and nothing can stop me on the border. Nothing can suspend my listing. There is nothing else can prevent me from making money. So this is where we started thinking about additional revenue. And here's e-commerce girl went into the real world experience. So I will show you guys how you can create recurrent revenue. And recurrent revenue is something that will guarantee you that you will have consistent cash flow every single month. So you will not have to be dependent from something from Amazon that will cut your revenue tomorrow, right? And if Amazon will die tomorrow, you still have your revenue coming. So that's a little bit about what I'm about to share, and I think I'm ready.
Okay, let's go then.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see your screen.
Hello.
Okay, yes, I see your screen.
Nick, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Yes, no?
Yes, I can see your screen. Do you guys see her screen? I see her screen.
Yeah, I see your screen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So here's an app that we built also with Claude. And for example, you have an idea that you want to start. And in my case, there's a horseback riding. So I'll put here horseback riding school. As of right now, we have 500 riders in between 2 locations, and we launched 2 locations within a year and a half, and both of the businesses are already at 7 figures. So I'll put here Orlando. We have another one in West Palm Beach. And I put physical location. Our current average price per customer is paying us monthly is $500 to $600. So I'm going to the next investment into the ads. In a regular investments, like the app will ask you how much you're planning to invest. So I'll put here, let's say I'm planning to invest $100,000, which is like average for any business. We invest, of course, a little bit more. So are you planning to purchase any equipment? So I will just speculate here. I'll put like $10,000. Did you guys hear? That's a thunderstorm. So monthly rent, in our case, it's $17,000. We're paying for one location, something similar to the second one. I will not fix it here. So daily advertising budget is regular is $100. So monthly profit, I want to make $15,000 a month. We're making more. So now AI will analyze and will put data from outside. What is your addressable market approximately? How many people are searching for your service? And AI will put it together to help you to structure your numbers and kind of guide you a little bit more forward. So it tells me that my addressable market is about 30,000 potential customers, a little bit more, and it tells you that you can re-verify these numbers for Perplexity or Census. Then monthly search volume is about 1,800. I would correct it because it's about 180,000 searches a month. Then monthly current churn, it gives me the market average. I'll put it to 8%, which we have gross margin is 70s, because before you will deduct some certain expenses, monthly growth rate, and like a lot of other numbers as well. Starting staff, I'll put here 4 people, but right now we are at 30 people in between 2 locations. So, and now it tells me my risk investment. It tells me runway duration with my initial investment, right? So when I have to become profitable, it tells me my variables in the beginning, and it tells me how I'm planning to grow month over month, right? So here I have a breakdown with the profit margin, revenue, and my expenses, my churn impact scenario, so how it will affect me, my staffing requirements. It also gives me some key financial metrics, and it tells me that my LTV per customer will be about 58.5 after I will invest into one customer. So those numbers you really want to look at. And month 24 revenue is $168,000, which is like very on the conservative side, because we were able to get to that revenue by month, I would say 8 with the first location, and we're on track with the second location to be at this revenue by the end of, I believe, next month. So long story short, if you're running an Amazon business and you believe that you have very tight margins, something like in between 5 to 15%, and you cannot guarantee yourself that no one will suspend your inventory, listings, and suppliers will play a fair game, and Amazon will be great for you, that don't do anything in addition. But if you believe that your business
Izabella, 1 minute left.
Yeah, then utilize your potential to redirect your financials, your investments into something else, and do exactly what we're doing, and create your recurrent revenue, because recurrent revenue is your key to success. And you can join my my WhatsApp group, where I will what I'm sharing a lot of different tips and tricks. It's free. There is no charge for that. And this Friday I will be hosting a webinar where I will share how we actually build this recurrent revenue, how we're building businesses and how we're going from 0 to 7-figure evaluation business in 30 days, which is true. And I can share with you all the insights and everything that we've built for the past 365. That's it.
Thanks, Izabella. That was 5 minutes sharp. So Izabella reads number 15. How to turn eCom into 2 physical locations and 50 horses. Diversify, guys. This is the best thing that you should do because Jeff is gonna be a trillionaire. Most of us will not be. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, even if it's the biggest eCom basket. So thanks again, Izabella. And now we're gonna go to, let me see if Akash is here because he did not join on time. Let me see if he's here. If not, we're gonna go to the next one. Akash. Okay, Akash is not here. What's up today? This is the first time that somebody is not showing up for my webinars. They're gonna be penalized. Okay, anyways, so we're gonna still be staying in the great state of Florida. I think we're going from the east side to the west side. So we go to Seth Hurd, number 17. Seth, please introduce yourself, man, and you can share your hack, the ranking, velocity playbook, the exact framework behind our Highest-ROI campaign. So thanks again, Izabella. Seth, are you here, man?
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
Okay, man. So
you can
introduce
hear me?
yourself. Once you're ready, we can start.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So let me share my screen here. So just to preface the presentation, my name is Seth, founder and CEO of Brand Expand. We've been launching products since 2019. I was a former seller from 2014 to 2021 when I exited my brand. And over the course of a couple of years, we've done over 10,000 campaigns, over 1.2 million orders through our technology. And my team spent about 6 months compiling all of this data, which we call comprehensive case data, around primarily the starting and ending BSR of these campaigns across all of our major categories. And we wanted to say, okay, what makes the perfect campaign in terms of return on ad spend? And we're going to show you the top 4 categories here in a moment, which is beauty, supplements, health and household, and then home and kitchen. And you can essentially see if you take the same framework, this launch framework, apply it to, using Brand Expand or another service, you should get the highest returns. And I'll kind of explain what that means in a little second here. Okay, so
you ready?
You ready,
Sid?
Yeah. Let's
okay, let's.
All right. Yep. So Amazon rewards velocity. The fastest way to rank, win the buy box, and scale sales is through external traffic. I think Rafa had mentioned, top of the funnel, super important. You can't just get handcuffed into PPC ads or you're just going to burn through your profit margins. And so that's what we do. We drive traffic into your listings across not just Amazon. We do full omni-channel. We've done over 30 marketplaces to date. Drive traffic, generate sales, improve ranking, increase growth. And now what I'll show you is what the ideal launch structure looks like for each of these categories. So if you sell in one of these categories, you want to take a screenshot and apply this launch strategy to your product. So a lot of these are going to look similar. The framework is very similar across categories, but there's small nuances that I'll point out. So with beauty and personal care, honeymoon was the best time to launch, which is within the first 6 weeks of the product going live. We saw about 113 units, give or take, over a 2 to 3 week period. The discount is 95 to 100%, which is standard across all of these. Number of targeted keywords is 1 to 3. In this segment, drove 17.4x return on ad spend. So we've done over 10,000 campaigns. These are the top 4 categories that we launch for, which make up over 80% of all of our campaigns. So if you can imagine, each one of these segments have about 300 to 500 launches that make up the top 20%. And then we aggregate that data and give you the exact framework that we think is going to deliver the highest returns. Supplements were a little bit more. So we saw about 123 on average, the same 2 to 3 week framework using Evergreen BX here. We call it Evergreen Tail, and I'll explain what that means here in a second. Staircase is the best approach that delivers the highest returns. And this segment had 12.4x return on ad spend. Really quick note about volume. A lot of supplement sellers are going to be like, usually have to do like 200, 300, 500 promotions to see some meaningful traction. You can do more promotions, but if you could kind of visualize what this looks like with the ROAS, it's kind of like a bell curve with diminishing returns as you drive more and more promotions, right? So like we want to look at the top of the bell curve, what drove the highest ROAS. And in many cases, it doesn't take a lot of units, because once you start doing 200, 300, 500 units, you start to see diminishing returns. You're going to rank higher, but the ROAS will drop down. Health and household. So this segment was less. What's interesting here is these were new products did the best. So products that were 6 months to a year old, on average about 83 units over that 2-week period. And this segment delivered 22.1x. Really quick note about ROAS. So again, the way we calculated that is taking the starting BSR and ending BSR, the increase in sales associated with your product category, which we use API to do a lookup on that. And then we take that as the numerator, and then denominator is going to be all of the product costs, all of our fees, everything like all in. And so the difference there is that multiple that we see with the ROAS. So in this case, if you do one promotion through our network, you're going to see 22 sales as a result. And again, this is the top 20% segment for this category. So pretty phenomenal returns. And then home and kitchen, last one, best one. Super interesting about this is this segment, mature products actually did the best, meaning products that were a year or older. So a common misconception with product launches is that it's only for new products. That's not the case. We see it work across all different life cycle stages. So whether it's a new product, a product that's growing, honeymoon, or mature, we can apply different launch strategies to deliver the highest returns. This one, we saw 112 units was the best. Doing that staircase, the evergreen tail at the end here. And again, this segment was 31.2x return on ad spend. So really quick, before I wrap up, just quick about brand expand. So
Seth, 1 minute left.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we've done 1.2 million orders through our tech. We improve organic ranking, more sales, more organic reviews, more visibility, better keyword indexing, accelerate growth, customer acquisition. We have over 35,000 high intent shoppers in our network. You get instant access. So everything's fully automated with our tech, literally like a couple clicks and you're live. And what really keeps us compliant, because a lot of people have questions around that, is the AI summarized buyer feedback. So similar to UGC, you're essentially giving a product for them to promote on, TikTok or wherever it is. For us, we ask them to leave very detailed feedback on the product listing and post-delivery experience. And then you get, answers around your images, title, pricing, overall appeal, post-purchase experience, what needs to be improved, what needs to be changed or made more attractive. And then we use AI to summarize all of that and we ship it back to your dashboard. So that's really what you're paying for. The ranking, of course, is a byproduct of this entire process. So that's it. What we're going to do for the hack audience is 1 month free premium. So premium's our most popular plan. It's generally $6.95 a month. It has very desirable revenue share, which is the fees that we collect. You can scan this QR code or put in this link. It's going to take you to the sign up. You'll go through, I think, 3 or 4 steps, and at the end, you'll see the promotion applied. So you don't have to pay for anything for 30 days. You also get Evergreen, which is this tail here, which you only pay 50% of rev share. So it really is half off because we want to maximize your returns at the tail end of your launch. Last thing, you can jump on a call here, use this link, take a screenshot of this screen, jump on a discovery call with our team. We'll answer any questions, do a quick 15, 20 minutes to see if it's a good fit for you.
Okay.
And that's my hack.
Thank you, Seth. So this was number 17, Seth Hurd, the ranking velocity playbook, the exact framework behind our highest ROI campaigns. I'm going to share Seth's hack in the chat. If you like his hack here, we have one more and you would be able to vote for him or another hack. So Seth, feel free to post the link for them to book meetings. And now we go to the last one. Let me see if Vincenzo is here because he said some event and he sent me the recording. No, I don't see him here. So let me share my screen. I'm going to share his hack. So guys, let me know if you see my screen. Do you see my screen? Yes, no? Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, cool. So do you hear the sound now?
Once again, hopefully I can retain my title.
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna play it and you can listen to Vincenzo. No, he's the winner from last time. So let me see his hack. His hack is the winner hack again. Okay, man. So I'm not sure if I made it up or he made it up.
Can you
So
make it bigger, Nick?
yeah, of course. I
Okay.
just want to make sure that you guys can hear the sound. So let's go.
Today, guys, I think it's something that I think is going to be very important for Amazon sellers, especially as we see a big transition into why Amazon is investing so much resources and awareness across the Alexa ecosystem. And I think with that said, and of course, think how Roof is now being migrated to Alexa for shopping, how Alexa is always being at the center of everything that I do. I just try to bring this hack to the table. This hack is essentially showing you how you can optimize when it comes to Alexa and how you can use voice to make sure your call gets over. So I'm going to give a quick introduction, then next we can start the timer as usual. So essentially, my background, I come from being an aerospace engineer. I launched eCom 6 years ago, and then with a team of over 90 people now, we have managed over 1,000 brands with a portfolio over $500 million and over $100 million spent when it comes to ad spend. So we have a lot of experience when it really comes to understanding what works and what the service works when it comes to the Amazon ecosystem. Essentially, everything that you're going to be seeing today is actually a real implementation that we do in eCom on a daily basis because we really believe in innovation. And as you can see, especially on my previous hacks and a lot of the things I put out there, I try to be very experimental with my background in engineering is a must. So this is one of them, and we're actually starting to see some very good results. So with that said, let's jump straight into what is the hack about. So the hack is essentially about how we can use AI to really get the most exposure when it comes to Amazon. So the old way of shopping on Amazon is all being around keyword, and keywords is still the way in terms of your foundation when it comes to optimizing, but we need to understand that new model is the horizon. And it's all around AI, understanding your consumer, what they're looking for, and really maximizing the usage of your product and reverse engineering that in everything that you do within your images, your copy, and so on. With that said, that brings me into kind of give you a very quick visualization of what is happening right now. So in the past, essentially what is being happening is that it's all being keyword focused and everything that we're putting on the listing. That's why you have so much keyword stuffing. But the reality now is it comes down to real use cases scenario. So whatever you put on the listing or the images around the usage of what the product does is what really going to make the difference. And more importantly, Amazon understand if your product is the right product or not for the consumer that's shopping for this. So why this is important? I mean, we already saw the migration from Rufus to Alexa for shopping, and this is where Amazon is heading. As I said at the beginning, they're creating this ecosystem, decentralized system where everything goes through Alexa as a kind of singularity point with everything when it comes to Amazon. And if you need to understand this, because if you don't optimize, especially as Amazon is aiming more towards being Alexa, your shopping companion, not only from an AI perspective with the platform, but with the device itself, your product is just not going to be recommended and you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, right? And this brings me into the hack. Now I gave you the foundation, why Alexa is important, why it's going to be the feature when it comes to Amazon. Now the most important thing is how do I make sure when somebody engages with the Alexa device, in this case, my product is the one that gets recommended. So the first thing we're seeing that's helping us a lot is we have the Amazon choice. Batch, this is something that we're testing with for products, and then we're experimenting testing Alexa asking specific questions to people who get recommended. And this is the number one shortcut. So the way you get the Amazon choice, I'm sure a lot of you know, is down to high conversion, low returns, competitive pricing, and review quality. So this is the first thing you have to aim for if you want to be recommended for Alexa when it comes to somebody engaging with the device. The second thing that you also need to understand is that Alexa, at the end of the day, what it's really trying to understand is the facts within your product in terms of how the product is being used, what are the things that people are saying within the reviews, but more importantly, what is actually the meaning behind your product in terms of how this is going to make the life of the consumer or solve the product, the problem of this consumer faster than other product. So that's why keyword stuffing doesn't work anymore, putting as many images doesn't work anymore. You really need to make sure that when Alexa scraps the data from essentially your listing, you're answering the question that the consumer wants to get answered. And I think the good news is that, if you've actually been optimizing for Rufus, you're pretty much in a very safe path towards success already, because you've already been doing that in terms of understanding, the different scenarios that people might be asking for a product. And so in this case, the lifestyle of a consumer that wants to find a product for hiking or for going out there running in trails and things like that. So if you answer those specific things within the images and within the copy, and somebody asked for, in this case, I want some shoes to go for hiking, and then you did a very good job of answering those things within your essentially the bullet points, and more importantly within your images, and the reviews validate that, that's where Alexa is going to recommend you for significantly more than the competition. Another thing that's very important part of the hack is some other mini hacks within the hack itself. So for example, something we're seeing that helps a lot now when it comes to recommendation from Alexa is putting essentially the primary benefit of what somebody's going to ask Alexa for. Let's say Alexa, I need a wearable that will keep my drink up for over 24 hours. If we put those things in the title, very similar to in the past when you want to index and rank organically, we're seeing that giving you a significant boost, right? The other thing that is very important as well, that Alexa as a device having a look at, is not only the relevancy and the review and everything, it's also the consistency of your listing. What I mean by that is how often you are out of stock, how consistent you are with the pricing, and also how often you get reviews, because the more reviews you get, that most likely, if the reviews are good, means that Amazon has done a very good job to connecting the consumer, in this case with you, the brand. And if you keep doing that consistently, next time somebody is looking for a product, in the example of looking for shoes for hiking, yours is going to be the one recommended the most, because you are giving the best experience to the consumer. So essentially, this is kind of the hack I would like you to take home and implement. The first thing that we want to say is, really understand kind of where your brand sits within the Alexa ecosystem. So what I will do is try to reverse again the usage that you want Alexa to answer when somebody's looking for your kind of product. Then the second kind of part, which is day 2 to 5, is really rewrite essentially everything semantic, right? Understanding, what your actual product has to want in terms of usage, benefits, and what makes your product unique in a real life scenario. And this comes down to then, of course, over time by day 14 or beyond, more importantly, try to combine this with some of the hacks already mentioned, which is having the Amazon choice, making sure you do a keyword stuffing, having a very high and consistency when it comes to the history of your listing. And you're going to see if you do the testing, that over time, you're probably going to be the one recommended by Alexa when somebody asking, I need this product for this specific user scenario. And pretty much in conclusion, this means that if you already been doing the optimization for Rufus, now Alexa for shopping, most likely you're already in the right direction to be optimized for Alexa as well as a device, right? So this is the hack, and this is something I think is definitely going to be the future when it comes to Amazon. So I recommend everybody to get on board and really put your head into reverse engineering how you're going to make sure your product is the one recommended when somebody's engaging with the Alexa ecosystem. So that's everything from me, Nick. Thank you so much. It's a QR code here where you can scan it and have a consultation with myself, the team, and really explore how we can make the most out of your business and more importantly, help you scale your brand on Amazon 2026. So take care, Nick. Hopefully this is the one that wins again, and see you the next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, so that was the last hack today. Let me see if the guys who did not join made it at the end. If not, this was Vincenzo Toscano, the winner hack again. So if you like his hack, you will be able to vote for him in just probably less than 1 minute. So let me just pause his hack and we can go to the voting. Okay, guys, so we're ready. Let me see, Okay, so Akash is not here. Woo. Okay, so I'm not sure what's up with those guys. I hope they're all good. Oh well, but they're not here. So we're gonna start the poll. So guys, I'm gonna start the poll right now, and then I'm gonna share the sponsors spotlights again because those guys made the webinar possible. So let me start the poll, and your guys are gonna tell me if you see it. So do you see the poll? Okay, I see it.
Yes.
Okay, so people are voting, so I guess always good. So, okay. Guys, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share about our sponsor. You guys have 5 minutes. I'm gonna turn on the timer as well. And in 5 minutes, we're gonna know who is gonna be winning the hack series today. Okay. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, again, guys. So like I said at the beginning, if you're joined later, Amazon Europe is a huge market. eCom Europe is even bigger, 900 billions. And only 2% of US brands are tapping into the European eCom market. So if you're not here, just send us your Amazon store website link, Shopify, doesn't matter, or just your product idea. And we're gonna do like a free EU blueprint. We're gonna show you the money, we're gonna show if there is demand and if you could make it in Europe. If this works well, we can help out with the VAT compliance, logistics. Jana can help out with the co-localization translation, and in a few months you can start selling in Europe where there is less competition, of course less revenue, but you can expect like 20-30% of what you're doing in the USA with higher profit margins. So don't be shy, get in touch, and we can see if we can help out. This is from HelloTech. So our next sponsor is Navigator. When the standard Amazon playbook stops working, that's where they start. So AMC Workshop, they're hosting an AMC Workshop for brand owners and Amazon marketing teams. Amazon just made its more powerful AMC dataset free until December 2026. In this workshop, we'll show exactly what reports to run, which campaigns are hiding value, and how to act on data. So go ahead, reserve the slot, you can scan the QR code, and I strongly recommend to join the AMS workshop. Okay, now we go to our next webinar, Seller Drive Global Growth Engine for Modern e-commerce brands. So they're an AI-ready e-commerce growth system powered by real human experience behind strategy, execution, decision-making. They help brands scale across Amazon, Walmart, TikTok Shop, and Shopify, where you sell on one platform or plan to expand across many. And you can scan their QR code and you can book a free growth audit and get 10% off on your full service growth plan. So I'm going to give you some seconds, guys, to scan the QR code. Okay, now we go to our next sponsor, Listora AI, AI-powered marketplace operations, one dashboard, every marketplace, AI-powered marketplace operations for Amazon, Walmart, eBay, listings, buy box, repricing from hours to minutes, and you guys can scan the QR code and check out Listora AI for free. Okay, now we go to our next sponsor, AdSport. Say goodbye to high ACOS and menu optimizations. Scale your ads smarter with AI. AI-powered PPC software, optimal bits and keywords 24/7, full control and transparency, ready to go in 10 minutes. So go ahead, grab the 30-day free trial and 20% off by scanning the QR code. Okay, now our next sponsor is Pixie AI designer for Amazon listings. You can scan the QR code and get a free deep strategy report through June 30th. So you have 1 week, but go ahead and scan it right now because creatives is what make anybody check out your product or listing. Okay, now our next sponsor, Be Profit. You guys you should know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you're just burning cash. You're selling on Amazon, but you don't know what you're actually keeping. True profit after fees, ad spend, tacos, ASIN level, unit economics. Go ahead, scan the QR code, and you're gonna get 14 days free trial, no credit cards required. So you either win or you win. As simple as that. Our next and last sponsor is Solid Commerce Auto Reply, instant bar answers with real-time data, carrier data, listing data, order data, policy data. You can check it out for free. Scan the QR code and you can use the activation code NICHACK. Okay, now let's see who is gonna win the hack today. Let me see how much time we have. Okay, we have 36 seconds on the timer. So let me see the poll. Who is winning? Okay, man, what's up here? We have a one swipe. Now, one of the hack has 44% of the votes. Okay, man, that's crazy. We've never had that much. So I'm gonna wait 20 more seconds, but I don't think it's gonna change anything because like it's a huge advantage. So let me see. Okay. Okay, guys, so we're done. So the winner today is our duo of girls, number 2 Sonal, Dharampuria, and Meenal Dubey, the design hack that sells. They got 43% of all hacks. So they're the winners. Congrats, girls. You killed it.
Yay.
Nobody
Thank
has
you.
got that many votes so far. Let me see who is number 2 because everybody else is in single digits. Okay, no, actually I lied to you. So number 2 is Vanessa Hung. Fix your Amazon listing categorization before it kills your traffic. So she's number 2. And let me see who is number 3. I saw somebody with like 9%. Okay, today is like all the medals go to the ladies. Amanda Pero with 9%. The 5-click profit audit. Okay, guys, you got killed today. Girls are kicking ass today. So congrats to all the girls. You guys just shared like badass hacks, and I guess, guys, we just need to accept the defeat. But I'm happy. I always like when girls are winning in my hack series. So thank you everyone for joining. It was exactly 2 hours from start to beginning. So I wanna thank everybody who stayed till the end because I know that 2 hours is valuable time. I hope that you like the hack. I strongly recommend to get in touch with our speakers. We're gonna share their contacts. So your hack might not have won. Get in touch with our speakers. Take advantage of what they're offering. Keep on making money on Amazon. Jeff needs to be a trillionaire in few years. And I want to wish everybody have a good day, have a good night, have a great summer, and let's see who's going to win the World Cup. Adios, muchachos. Bye-bye.